Hello guys, welcome to my video series to learn Redis with Python. In this video I'm going to show you how we can transfer data from RDBMS database like MySQL to Redis database. Okay, so let's begin. Here I'm come here in the terminal, Linux terminal. So I have to connect to MySQL first. MySQL dash. Here is MySQL, and I have to use database. Okay, this is I have a table. Describe table name is employees. These employees with these fields in MySQL: employee ID, first name, last name, and others. Okay, select from employees. So here it's 108 rows, and I want to transfer all the data in this database, in this table employees, to Redis database. So let me check in Redis database, redis-cli. Okay, in here I want to transfer all these columns to Redis. So in this program I want to use string keys for each column, and for each row I have to use one key, and the string value is the value of these rows. Okay, here I have to first create new file, Python file, for example Redis 02. Okay, add. Okay, and here in the previous session I told you about the strings, about key strings in Redis. So here as I mentioned you, the set string, you can use Redis to set something and create a key, a string keys. So I have to use this program. So I use it and copy it in here in the Redis 02. At first I have to check the path for the MySQL. Here, if you come here in the settings and project interpreter, you must add py MySQL library by using this plus, and here py MySQL. Okay, MySQL DB. This is the library MySQL. No, the py MySQL. You must add this library to your libraries. So at first you must be assured that the py MySQL is added to your project, and here import py MySQL as MySQL, for example. Okay, so here I have to define a function to get data from MySQL. Here I have to use MySQL.connect. At first I must use the IP address, the server that database is run on it here. So 127.001 is the address of this server. In the database name was the database name. Database name was EBI. Let me see here. Yes, this is the database. And the password, user, for example, this is my password, and 1 2 3 4. So here, this is the connection. Okay, this is error was occurred. Okay, so here I make connection to MySQL, and con.cursor, I have to use cursor. So cur1 is the cursor name, and here cur1 dot execute the command, or the SQL command, select star from employees. So if you come here and write this query here, select star from employees, you can see all the data, around 108 rows in this set. So here you must execute this query, and after that, for row in cur1 dot fetch all, if you print all rows, you can see row 0. The first column is here. You must describe employees. This is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, and etc. Okay, row 0 plus, with comma you must separate it, 1, and the row 2. Okay, this is function, and I must use this function, call it here. Okay, if I run the program, oh, nothing return. Why? I don't know. So here, connection, MySQL connect, cursor, execute cursor, fetch all. Print result is, what's the result? So here it doesn't work, so let me check it here in my scratch. I wrote something in my scratch. Okay, db cursor and row fetch all employees. Okay, MySQL connect, cursor 1 is here, so db.cursor con.cursor cur.execute select the star from employees, and the result is get data from MySQL. A user. Okay. This is my fault, and so here is not true. Okay. Oops. I must use the username here and DB here. Sorry about that. Okay, here the server name, the user, the password, and here the database name. Okay, it was correct. Okay, and here if I run it, something wrong because of this row, I think. Here the error, decimal and star. You must use star, change it to a string, because the all part of this string is a substring, and you must use here, change it to a string. Okay, as you can see here, the name, the employee ID, name, and the family. So if you want to select all the fields here, it start with the 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you want to use the department ID, you must add the row 10 here. Row 10 is here. So if you run it, this is, it must be changed to Esther, because this is the department ID, and department ID is kind of integer. So here you can use all the columns. So this is the data from MySQL. So here, if I want to use this code, let me change this position and commit and put it here at the end of the functions. So here I must use the mg, for example, with the value of none. mg is the key that I want to create, and let me define the mval for value is equal to none. So here mg is equal to employees. For example, suppose that I want to create some keys like this: set employees dash, after the employees I want to use the primary key of this table. The primary key of this table is employee ID. So for example, if employee ID was 100, I have to use this after dash and dash the column name, for example first name, with Salehi. For example, Salehi is the Ibrahim is the first name. Ibrahim. Okay, this is created, and I want to get the data, so I have to write the name of the table, the primary key, and the column first name. This is, or you can use or change the naming system. For example, let me delete this key first name, this is delete, and set another one. For example, employees column, the primary key and the was this column name, the column name, employees column 100 column first name is, for example, Ibrahim, and you can use the colon instead of the dash, so it's better. And I want to use this, so let me delete this employees colon 100 colon first name at first. So here this is key, and I have to use the employees at first. Then let me separate this one with the table name, the column, and the primary key. Primary key here is employee ID written coming from the row 0, and after that you must use column. Then after this, for example, first name with column, yes. And let me print this m key and this m value. What's the m value? M val is row 1, for example. So if I print m key at first and m val after it, what's happening here? Run the program. Okay, you can see, for example, this is key, first name, employees, column 1, column 1 is primary key, first name, and this is the name, first name, Ibrahim, and here employees 100 first name, and the name, the first name is Steven. That's it, and you must use these codes to set some string. This is for first name, and if you want to add some columns, some other columns like last name and other columns here, last name, you must add some codes like this here. So if I want to set something, I must use set a string here. Let me change this part. Okay, so here set a string, the key, m key, and the m value, m val. Okay, this command is going to create something, some keys with the first name, and for the last name I have to use, so let me change this part of code. Employees last name, the key is changed with the last name, and here you must use row 2, for example, and set a string. And for the next one you must use employee 0 first name, last name, and for example let me add salary, for example 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 for salary. Salary here is 7, the value of this, and this is going to create some sets. But don't forget, for each of these fields, these columns, first name, last name, salary, we have 108 keys in the Redis. So Let me run this code. I first clear here and run this one. This is, I have to start. This is a start, and after that print, for example, end. Okay, I run it. Oh, something error occurred here. Set a string. Yeah, okay. So let me check it. At first, the row 0 is here and the values, some values here. So maybe I have to use a string for the salary because it's not a string value, and it's the salary. Salary is the number. Okay, start and end. And you can see here, if you come here in the Redis, you must use keys. For example, employees star to see all the fields. As you can see here, all the field keys are created. If you want to see, for example, salary, employees colon 151 salary, you must copy it and come here at the end and get this salary. So let me check it in MySQL. Come here and select salary from employees, where employee ID is equal to 151. Okay, this is salary 9,500, and here it's 9,500. Okay, it's correct. And you can see here I trans all the column, but the 3 columns here, this is for first name, to trans first name, to trans last name, and to trans salary. And for the other column, you must use and add these codes to this loop for add other columns if you need it. So here I need just the first name, last name, and salary. Okay, it's created, and as you can see here, I add all of the keys, all of the rows from MySQL to Redis. And after that, if you want to delete all the keys, let me write another function to delete keys. For example, the key pattern is come from the input, and you must use Redis 1 connect and for key in Redis 1 dot keys. The key pattern here, you must use the key pattern column, and here if I print the columns, the keys, you can see here. So let me check this comment, because I want to delete all these columns, all these keys. I have to write new function to delete my keys. In here, del keys, what is the pattern? The pattern is beginning with employees. For example, I have to use employees star, and here just print all the keys, and after that I have to delete it. So let me check it. As you can see here, all the keys return with the pattern and start with employees. Okay, so here you must use Redis 1 to dot delete the keys, and if you use this if you run this code, what happened here? So maybe all the keys are deleted. So here keys, employees, and star. As you can see here, all the field is deleted. So you can change this code to create. So let me change this name of the function, get data from MySQL, and trans to Redis. This is function name, and I've run this code. As you can see here, keys, employees, store, these are created. And if you want to delete it, you must delete key and run your code. And as you can see here, go to the Redis and keys, employees star. You can see empty list or set. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you like, you can give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Have a nice day. Bye bye.